ASICS presents the Do It Better video series, featuring inside coaching tips from the sporting world's finest athletes and coaches.
Hi, I'm Rick Wheeler, outfielder.
Hi, I'm Ron Whittleton, pitcher.
Hi, I'm Mike Solera, outfielder. My philosophy on hitting is to get a good pitch, to know what it is, and to hammer it, and then look for the best-looking girl in the stands.
That's fine, Mike. My philosophy is weight training, concentration, and many hours of batting practice.
My philosophy is pitching is throw them inside so they don't hit it back at you.
What about us?
The hell with you guys?
Let's say that next time when we hammer one up the middle at you.
Rick Wheeler has made himself one of the greatest hitters in slow pitch softball. He's worked real hard. He's become very difficult to pitch to. When Rick first started playing this game, you actually had a spot where you could throw the ball and get him out. Now he's developed his swing as such that he hits the ball out of the park just about anywhere you pitch the ball. He'll hit it out in that field. He's not a dead pull hitter. He's not a dead center field hitter. He pretty much will do whatever you do with the ball. He pretty much will hit it where it's pitched. Rick's one of a prototype home run hitter, a guy that hits the bottom half of the ball. He concentrates real well on hitting that bottom half, and as a result, he hits those high home runs like that takes a long time for them to come down. He's driving the ball, but yet he's not driving the middle of the ball. A base hit hitter who'd be working on hitting the center of the ball, Rick works on hitting the bottom half of the ball. There's times you think you get Rick out when you think he missed the ball because he hit so little of it, but he gets very good backspin on the ball by hitting that bottom half. And that rotation is probably worth 10-15 feet to him on the end. Rick Wheeler's one of the guys that when he gets on a roll, he'll hit 7-8 balls in a row out of the ballpark.
It's my belief that you get a bat that it's comfortable for you, that you can swing many times. You know, I'm not a believer in switching bats back and forth. I see a lot of players that go into the game switching bats, each at bat. You'll never be consistent switching bats. You know, you have to give it the same one, because if you have a problem, if you got the right bat, it's not the bat. It's this guy swinging the bat. You know, I go through it, but no matter how hard we want to believe it, it's not the bat. You just have to keep fighting until you get out of your slump. The bat I swing is probably 35 ounces, between 34.5 to 35 ounces. But the main reason I swing that, I've been on bat swing machines before to test bat speed, and found that for my particular swing, I don't swing a 28-ounce bat any faster than I do a 35-ounce bat. Once I get a little over 35, then the bat speeds are slowing down, and that's where you start dropping off. Yeah, and that's, you know, you want to swing the maximum amount of weight of bat that you can handle and swing the same as you can with a lighter bat. My opinion is you have a lighter bat. When you hit the ball, you get recoil back from the ball, and it takes away from your power. If you have enough weight in your bat that you can swing, it will drive through the ball to get you that added distance that you need. When I step into the box, and what I'm trying to do is get a pitch from the middle of the plate in, and the position that I try to get into when the ball is coming is I try to get into it here, and the position on the bat would be the sweet spot in between these two lines here for maximum distance on the ball, and the sweetest part of the bat is where I try to make contact with the ball each time, and that's what I'm aiming for as I'm swinging. When I first come into the batter's box, I try to position myself just to the back of the point of the plate. Unless the pitcher's throwing really a high arc, then I'll move back in the box, so I always want to hit the ball out in front of me. Traction on your back foot is the most important. It's the foot that's got to rotate into the ball and bring your hips through. You got to spin up on your back toe, and your front foot, you have to have a good landing surface. Just get a nice, comfortable stance. Then try to drive down into the ball, looking for a pitch out of the plate. And keep my weight back on my back foot until point of contact, and then just go through, bring your hands through the ball. My belief that your bottom hand is your stronger hand. In hitting, I always wrap two of my fingers on the bottom half of the knob. I don't keep up on the bat. I get more leverage with my fingers down underneath, letting my top hand just be more of a guide hand. You know, in slow pitch softball, you know, the ball is just being laid into you, so you have to generate all the power. So, you know, the pitch is not going to do it for you. You keep your wrist back. Your wrists do not roll over until after you make contact with the ball. If you're swinging the ball properly, you should almost always be leaning towards the plate when you finish your swing. That means you're getting your weight out on the ball and then going through the ball. What I try to do there is, there's a lot of misconception from a lot of people about full extension. Full extension is not with your arms out extended here. You know, you lose all your power. The ball would knock the bat out of your hand almost if you hit the ball in that respect. What I try to do is get into here to make contact as I'm driving towards the ball. As anyone in the game, they can do with a lot of practice and getting in the right hitting zone, looking for the proper pitch, and hitting the same pitch as many times as possible. Your average will increase. The ball may not go out of the park every time, but your average will go way up until you do get consistent enough to hit the ball out of the park. If he's concentrating on hitting a long ball, he's got to concentrate on always hitting the bottom part of the ball to getting backspin. Backspin is going to give you distance. And it's just constant practice of that, watching the pitch that you hit, and hitting the same pitch makes you more and more consistent. Most guys have the capability of hitting home runs. It's a matter of time they want to put into it. If you look at it realistically, when you play in a league, you get at the most 4 or 5 swings, and that's the only swings they take. You know, if you take that same amount of time that you play in a league game and go out on another day and take batting practice where you're taking, 100 swings, 200 swings, you're playing almost a league per batting practice. And you get a lot more out of batting practice than you do at a league. A league, you use more to fine-tune your game and as a competitive thing. But batting practice is where you get it done.